happy 4th of July, those who celebrate, wherever you may be. Just doing a few little bits and pieces on the clip just to show you what we're up to and what we're doing around the place. Not a full garden walkthrough. This is our Swiss brown mushroom kit. Set it up a couple of weeks before the wedding and promptly forgot about it. So we came back the Friday after our honeymoon and it was absolutely chockers right across the top with Swiss brown mushrooms. As you can see, we've got some more babies coming up. The light here is not too great, which is probably good for the mushrooms, bad for trying to show you. You can see some remnants of some old mushrooms we harvested there and there. And we also have, try and focus this again, we also have some little pins, little pinheads. There's one there, one there, one there you can make out, one over there, and a few others around the place. They're a bit hard to see. So they're little pinhead mushrooms coming through. Yeah, we neglected it so bad that the peat on top dried out and went rock hard, so freshen her up with a handy dandy spray bottle every couple of days, make it nice and moist. This is the second one we got. I'll just show you how it comes. A box, and inside the box we had this peat that was in a small plastic Ziploc bag, and underneath this peat you might be able to make out, I can bring it out into the light, see the white down in there, just down in there, not very good representation of what it is, but it's a straw, and the mushroom, the plant itself, the fungus, is actually growing all over the surface of the straw, and then you put the dampened peat on top, peat moss, and the mushrooms will then flower or fruit or put their reproductive organs out, and that's what you're actually eating, the mushrooms itself. So these guys were very, very tasty, the Swiss browns, a lot better than the normal white field or button mushrooms or whatever they call it you normally get at the supermarket or the fruit and veg place. Just thought I'd give you a bit of an update too on the box of worms we have going. This one here is going really, really well. As you can see, it's nice and light and crumbly, nowhere near as bad as the last one we had. There's not much worm activity. The ones we actually do find are pretty, I'll see if I can disturb a couple, sorry fellas. The ones that we do find are pretty much, well, very lethargic, not very active at all. But there is also heaps of eggs through here as well, we've found. But this one has just been the semi-composted horse manure, the stuff I've put in a barrel with some rock dust and blood and bone, just to burn out any pharmaceuticals that might hurt or harm the worms, out the back for a week or so. And I've just bagged it up and been putting a little bit on top every couple of weeks. So the worms don't seem to mind that it's not as moist as the other farm, but yeah, they're breeding, there's eggs. I disturbed a couple of mating ones the other day, and there are eggs all through it, they're just not going to show up. There's an egg there, egg there, egg there. So there's eggs all the way through it, so they must be happy in there. Sorry about my sniffling. There we go, the big blue one. This one here is very goopy. This end's a little bit more full. Hello, Mr. Worm. Sorry about that, didn't mean to disturb you. This end here is a little bit more friable than the other, a little bit drier. This is the old cocoa peat moss end, the bedding end that we just put the cow manure, the horse manure compost on top. This is the end I was feeding them at. Can't show you in there, but this end here is very, very goopy. Just the drainage isn't working as well as it was, so we need to try and dry this end out somehow, or the whole farm out. I haven't been adding any extra water, and we're going to pull the whole thing to pieces. So, because all the food scraps at the moment are going to an outside worm farm that I have going in a barrel out near the chook shed. It's just a barrel with all the scraps going in it from the garden. I put in a bag of horse manure compost, and oh, it's our new family of magpies. They've decided to adopt us. So yeah, so I've got that down the back here and it's doing alright with a bag of horse manure compost in it and just different scraps from around the garden. Pardon me. Pulled the beans out yesterday and we chopped up all the beans and the scraps went in the little compost barrel. And today we planted out the carrot seed tape I made yesterday. I mixed up some Nance carrot seeds. See, I said it right. Nance carrot seeds and the purple dragon carrots, and I've just put them through there. You can actually see some of the loo paper, the dunny paper that's come through. Oops, inadvertently zoomed in then. So they're all in there. I got 6 rows, or one shortish row in there, and over here we pulled out the beetroot, ready to preserve it. We're getting into preserving now, so just waiting for some new lids to arrive. So the beetroot's going to be preserved, and we got some of the yellow butter beans. These 4 down here, and these 2 here are the yellow butter beans, and the rest are French dwarf bush beans. And then I was looking through, I normally check before I plant, but I didn't this time, and apparently beetroot and beans don't like each other. So with the leftover carrot tape, what I'm not giving my mum and dad, I ran a row of carrots down the middle there, so happily the neighbours will all behave themselves and get along great. The only other thing we really planted out this weekend was some snow peas. Just cleared out some dill that was rotting down the back of this bed and just planted probably about 15 snow peas in there just to see what pops up. I don't know how it will go. These Blue Lake climbing beans, they're doing really well. We've got little beans everywhere coming on them now. Another one in there. More down up in there. So sorry the camera's mucking up a bit today, it's not zooming. But yeah, we got flowers all over it, so we got about 4 meals of the bush beans still up in the fridge, so happy with that. These little seedlings are going alright. That's the kohlrabi and the Romanesco broccoli. So bush beans, the snow peas here are going alright. The ones we're saving for seed are starting to fatten up nicely. Tried to pick some nice fine specimens there. This one here, maybe not so fine but nice and full of seed. So that's Bianca's little project there, trying to save seed for us. These snow peas, I thought they were dying. Oh, silly me. The bottom seems to be dying off, but I'll just move backwards. It's decided it wants to keep growing from the top, so it's now venturing out probably, probably about 5 foot from the bed. So I've had to put some more string lines up to try and hold them in place. Put this one up yesterday. Bianca laughed at me and said, oh, it won't grow out from there, and it's like it's grown half a foot overnight, so I'm going to have to end up putting another string out, I think. But yeah, it's still, as you can see, fruiting prolifically. We've got a kilo of them up in the house. It's putting out more now than it was before, so very happy with that. Haven't done much there. I'm not allowed to overexert myself apparently. This is the other little compost barrel with the worms in it we got going. It's the beans from yesterday. So just in there roughly. Have a bit of a dig around. You can see some of the cow manure compost. It's a little bit warm in there, but I saw you, as you can see here, try and grab him out. There's a worm just in there. I have here a worm egg. Whoops, doesn't want to zoom in on that. I have a worm egg. Believe me, it's a worm egg, not a fertilizer pellet. So that's just in there, so the worms must be happy in here. I figure if they're breeding they must be happy. There's a little fella. So this is just our little bit of an experiment to see if we can keep them going over winter. A lot more active than the ones up underneath the house. A lot more active. So yeah, that's about where we're at. I don't think there'll be a lot going on for the next few weeks. Everything's starting to slow down a fair bit, so hope you have a good one and take it easy. Enjoy the celebrations. See ya.